Here we go.
What's up, Homestead homies? It's Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and today we're going to be talking about some of the things that you need if you want to do this off-gridding and homesteading, or just homesteading, or whatever. You can probably apply these things to any kind of a life that you're trying to live.
And there are 5 really important things that really I think everybody needs in order to do this successfully.
So what we're going to do right now is break down the 5.
Let's go. Patience is the first thing I want to talk about. So patience is so important in homesteading and going off grid. Without patience, I mean, I don't think Doug and I could have done it. We made these raised beds, we put the dirt in, we shoveled it all by hand. We started with the Back to Eden garden. You know, in our first year with the raised beds, we didn't do good at all. I mean, our soil wasn't right. We couldn't grow anything. You're looking forward to a harvest and we didn't get hardly anything. And then this past season with our no-till or our Back to Eden garden, same thing happened with that. So it's just patience, you know, you plant your fruit trees, you have to wait a few years for these things. So you know that saying, good things come to those who wait.
Man, that patience can be a tricky one. Also, you want to keep a positive attitude. I think a lot of times people dwell on negativity too much. And one of the things we try to say around here is that you want to be solution focused, not problem focused. So a lot of times when you're doing this lifestyle, living off grid, homesteading, or like we keep saying, even the life that you're living, just watching these videos and maybe not doing them, is, you know, keeping a good attitude. You know, things don't always, you know, work out the way you want them to or the way you plan to, and you have to learn how to kind of roll with it. So keeping a positive attitude will really help, you know, keep you successful in your ventures, versus, you know, being negative and problem focused all the time will really hold you back and, you know, could cause you to quit, you know, what you're doing. Oh, and I fixed the bolt on the gate, in case you want to check out that video. Good security tip in there if you have a farm gate around your homestead.
So the next thing is being flexible. I think flexibility is probably one of the most important things I think in a person's life, because without being flexible, it's sort of like, you know, when you talk about something that's really rigid and stiff, eventually it breaks. You kind of have to go with the flow, and flexibility on the homestead, flexibility going off grid is so important. Like Doug and I are a team, we work together, and I want a lot of these things done like now. But they're not going to happen. I mean, I know they're not going to happen. And you have all these plans, but it really never happens like you want them to happen. And so I just kind of have to, you know, give him that flexibility. So if you are working with someone, give your partner or your spouse that flexibility to know that it'll eventually get done, because it will. And I think that is just very crucial in anything that you're doing, because, you know, you make these plans, you have your goals, and no, maybe if it's not going to be the first year, maybe it'll be the 4th year. I mean, there's many things. I mean, we've been here 7 years, and we thought we would get it done the first 2 years, and now we're getting them done, you know, going on the 6th and 7th year. So be flexible. We interrupt this program to let you guys know that we have a 2-week limited edition t-shirt that we are trying to raise money to build a learning center here on the homestead. So links are below. Help us out. Thanks, guys.
Also, one of the big 5 is going to be resourcefulness, right? So, like, we don't have a lot of things, but we have bartered and worked with our community around us, where I have a tractor at my disposal, a trailer that a neighbor lets me use. This is some of the stuff here that I'll be using for putting together a doghouse. Stay tuned for that video. So being resourceful is very important too if you're homesteading or living off grid, which could mean anything from taking down a barn and getting barn wood. We've done that. When I first got here, I didn't know how to do fencing, so what I did was I teamed up with an Amish fellow, and I was actually making money and apprenticing, you know, learning the skills of building fence, and now we have fence all around our place. So that's being resourceful too. You know, using pallets, you know, like when we first got here, I wanted to build a humidor hacienda, which I am actually going to build now. It's been 7 years, so I think it's time to do it. But when we first got here, I just used pallets to make my composting area. So everything you have to have or to want to do doesn't have to be brand new when you're first starting out, and you get those things in place quickly and resourcefully, and then later on, like you've seen us doing around the homestead, you can upgrade those things and then build them a little more permanent, a little more solid, and stuff like that. So resourcefulness is a very good virtue to have when you're living this lifestyle. Last but not least of our basic 5 or top 5 things that you need on the homestead or to live this off-grid lifestyle is persistence. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
And you'll do it many times.
Yeah, guys, I mean, you're not going to get into this and not make mistakes. You're not going to get into this lifestyle and not have failures. But just remember that every time you mess up, that's a learning opportunity, and when you're messing up, that means you're doing something. And
not to say is how many people keep telling you over and over that you're
people
crazy.
Think I'm crazy as
why
a loon.
Why are you doing this? I can't believe you want to grow your own food. I can't believe you want to do.
You guys always email us the stories of how your family thinks you're nuts, and we've had the same thing too. I mean, not really our family, but people and friends. They just can't really get their heads around what we're doing, why we live without electricity, why we're trying to live this more self-sufficient lifestyle when it's so easy to go to the grind every day, work hard, get your money, and then turn your money over to other people for things you could be doing for yourself.
Yeah, so you want to stick with it, persistence, because it just makes you, when you are just doing it and eventually it happens, it makes it feel so good, and you just have that sense of accomplishment.
Right.
And
it just makes the whole journey even worth more when you're failing at something. Like we got the alpacas. We got them here, and it was a learning experience. We didn't care for them. They weren't really a good fit for our homestead.
We persisted through.
And we did.
But then we got a barn out of it. We got a lot of experience taking care of animals and learning about alpacas and healing them.
Oh, that was what it was. So the alpacas was a nice trick for me to build a barn. Yeah. That's how you did it. All right.
Some fencing too.
Speaking of persistence, it's like Vanette Pope, who's our Homestead Homie of the Month for October.
Congratulations, Vanette. You're the Homestead Homie.
For November, not October, but for November Vanette Pope is very persistent. She found our channel, then she started going back through all of our videos, and then she left comments on every time she watched a video. She would leave a comment. I was always getting notifications that Vanette Pope left comments. Then she, contacts us, sends us emails, asks questions. So she's doing all the things in this video that we talked about, and she doesn't even live on a homestead, but she really likes the information that we provide. And for her interacting with the channel, watching all the old videos, when we took that little bit of break that we took just now, she was watching more old videos, leaving comments, sending us messages that she missed us. So she's the Homestead Homie of the Month for this month of November, and we have one more to go for 2017, and then it'll be 2018. So hopefully you guys got a little something out of this top 5, or just your basic 5 things that you need non-monetarily.
Because
right?
See, I think a lot of people think, well, I have to have this, I have to have a tractor, and I have to do this, I have to have this and that. I think these are so important, these characteristics, to think about these things, because it's really all about attitude.
And it doesn't cost you a dime.
No, and those are things we can always be working on throughout life, because we're middle-aged now.
What? No, I'm middle-aged. You've reached over middle-age.
I get my ARP discount at Orchard's now.
Yeah.
So these are things that we can always keep working on. I mean, always throughout life, because sometimes it's like, you know, I don't know if I could do it. And then you just think about it, and you know, it's all in your mind. It's all in your attitude and how you perceive things.
Yeah.
It really makes a difference.
Attitude is like 90% of the battle, guys. We're out of here. Don't forget, today is the last day that you guys can purchase our t-shirts to help fund our Learning Center project. The links will be down below. Midnight tonight. Today is the 30th of November, in case you're watching this video sometime later, 2017, last night for our t-shirts. Also, it's the last day for our giveaway, so we're doing a giveaway in some videos, like the last 4 or 5 videos or 6 videos. If you're not familiar with what it is, maybe go back and watch those videos and get caught up, but today's the last day for that too. So as always,
check us out, I almost forgot, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we will see you guys later.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a Homestead homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.